I feel like with this and the Terminal List, which I've heard is really good, Night Sky and Reacher, Prime Video has just really come into their own this year, it feels like. The Boys, Season 3. I feel like with this TV show, for some reason, I just forget how much I enjoy it. I came into this one being like, oh yeah, it's The Boys, this is a good time. And then like 50 minutes into the first episode, I just thought to myself, geez, I forget how much I love this show. So I wanted to do a video on it. And for the most part, it will be spoiler free, but I may dive into some things here and there, so apologies for that. I mean, just to start things off, I'm just impressed that this show's managed to up its game after each season. This one takes place more or less after season 2, where we have the boys and the girls confronting Stormfront. Butcher's wife is killed by her and Homelander's son, and Homelander has his balls in a grip thanks to Maeve's threat to expose him for what he truly is. To no surprise, we get an introduction to a few more superheroes throughout the season, namely Soldier Boy, and the story in this one is insanely solid. The more we go into this TV show, the less you can rely on the premise of it being superheroes that are just fucked up, because that's kind of what we're expecting now. We're used to seeing that, and we're going into the show with that idea in mind. But credit to this show, because they know that, and they go into this season with the expectations that you're not going to be surprised by that anymore. I mean, there's definitely some messed up things in here, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this season focuses a lot on character development. A lot of the big things that happen in this season come from relationships and attitude changes. For example, Homelander's arc is just incredible from start to finish and definitely steals the show. From where he ended up in season 2 to where he is now, it's just such a thrill to watch. Also, Antony Starr just absolutely crushes it. There's multiple scenes here where Homelander is having to convey such a drastic change in his emotions in the same take, and he just completely nails it. And also, by the way, no one in here is bad at all. It's just that I probably won't get around to talking about everyone. The other aspect that I really enjoyed of this season was the relationship between Kimiko and Frenchie. Karen Fukuhara has some great moments in here and does really well to convey a lot of emotions considering her character doesn't even talk. Tomo Capon as Frenchie gets a lot of development here as well. I felt like his character particularly gets a lot of love this season. A character that actually really surprised me this season was A-Train. From what we'd seen from him in the past 2 seasons, I kind of thought we were done with his character, but with the way the finale ended, I'm really excited to see where we go forward with them. And in terms of creativity, ingenuity, and shock factor, I think there's some really great stuff in here. In particular, there's a starting scene of episode 1. You've got an episode called Herogasm, which is absolutely insane. And there's also this scene that I really loved with Black Noir. I loved his character in this, and it was a shame that we didn't get to see as much of him that I hoped we would have. Oh, and seeing Colby Minifie as Ashley just losing her mind slowly throughout the season was also pretty great. As for the new guys here, the standout without a doubt is Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy, who is essentially what Captain America would have definitely been like in the pre-90s era. While I like his character, I feel like they could have done a bit more with his story, and this actually might go for the same for a few other characters in the season as well. Bar a select few who had incredible arcs, I feel like a lot of things kind of just went full circle and we ended up basically where we started off at the start of the season. And I get it, there's a lot of characters and there's a lot of things to follow now, so I'm hoping that we just get a bit more emphasis on the other guys that didn't necessarily get that much love in this season going into season 4. The visuals were consistently good, and whilst this show has never been about flashy superhero versus superhero action, when the story required it to do so, the show pulls through. Yeah, I'm just really pumped for the next season. Considering Homelander's had all of his wings clipped, he should be a less interesting character to watch, but he's still by far the center point of the show, and I'm really excited what they're going to do next with him. So yeah, that's my rough nutshell thoughts of season 3 of The Boys. Have you already seen it on Amazon Prime? If you have, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. If you found this video helpful and entertaining, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, it always helps me out. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews on movies, anime and video games. Until next time guys, take care. Bye bye.